Hey guys, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel, and today I want to give you 5 suggestions to get your first job into the animation. Let's start with the first one, okay? The basic, your body mechanics. Your body mechanics needs to be really strong. If you apply with your portfolio, you send it to a company, to a recruiter, and they're gonna take a look at the fact that you're not even able to do a simple walk cycle, run cycle, a simple exercise where a character lift an heavy object, or things like that, where realistically, guys, you're not gonna get any chance to get your first job. That's plain and simple. But hey, Alessandro, you know what? I graduated from my school, and I know I wasn't the best student, but if I graduate, it means I'm ready to get a job, right? No, that's absolutely wrong. Because when a company hire you, even as a junior, as a new graduate, they're still expecting you to enter in production to be productive, and you're not ready for that if your body mechanic is not good, no matter what. I know at the end when you work in a company, you're still gonna improve your skill, right? You're still gonna improve your career, but no matter what, even as a junior, you have to be productive. And if this is the case where your body mechanics is still not very good, well, guys, the only thing you have to do is be very humble, go back to study the principle of animation. Let's study arc, timing, spacing, posing, and all those things. Go back and study video reference from live action. Okay, do your own reference when you move, when you run, and study those one, because that's the first approach that you need to take in order to understand very well the body mechanics. But even if your body mechanics is really good, most of the time it's not enough to get a job. And this is gonna lead to the second suggestion, guys, I wanna give you, which is your portfolio has to be very entertaining, okay? No matter what. And as you know, guys, at the moment there are quite a few schools like Animation Mentor. They are really good, and every year they produce their demo reel with all the student work, and you can see it's really impressive, it's really good. So the competition is really strong. So having your own portfolio just with a work cycle, run cycle, a simple jump is not gonna be enough. Your portfolio has to be very entertaining. And how can you do that? Well, for example, you can have a parkour shot, when a character is running, jumping, but in sequence, doing more articulate action. You can do a fight sequence, okay? Or you can do an action shot where you combine both of them, and making sure you put a little bit of effort and love in the camera as well. And if you execute those very well, I'm telling you guys, this is much more appreciated, because at the end when someone is going to look at your reel, he has to be entertained. Okay, so that's what animation is. It's called the entertaining industry, right? Not the boring industry. So sometimes what you can do is go back, step back, and take a look at your reel, at your portfolio, and ask yourself this question: is this shot is been done already hundreds of times or 200 times? Okay, is this body mechanic shot has been done by all the other animation students? If the answer is yes, then probably you want to think about start to think to change something. But let's assume now that your body mechanics is good, your reel is good enough, and the third suggestion I want to give you, it might change a little bit your mentality, okay, and open your vision a little bit more, which is put yourself in the recruiter's shoes. And this is why when you apply for a company, especially a big company, a recruiter is going to take a look at hundreds of demo reel every day. Okay, so that means that when they look at the first 5-6 demo reels, they might look at the entire portfolio. Okay, but after the 10 or 9 demo reel, they're gonna start to look only at the first 10 seconds, because 10 seconds is good enough for you to tell you if this animator know how to do animation, if he has a good skill, okay, he's a good fit for the company. And the question you need to ask yourself is, in your portfolio, in your demo reel, is the first 10 seconds good enough to impress a recruiter? Again, if the answer is not, you might want to go back, maybe shuffle around the order of your shots, or if you don't have anything strong enough to impress a recruiter, then you want to step back and planning a new shot, a couple of new shots. And I know, let's be realistic, when you do a portfolio that is like a minute, which by the way is way too much, should be no more than 30 seconds, it's kind of impossible to, especially for a junior or for a graduate students, to have every single shot really entertaining. But at least the first few of them are supposed to be really good. And so a simple exercise you could do to see if your demo reel might have a chance against other people is simply doing this. Go on YouTube, look for 20, 30, 40 demo reel, different level, good, bad, middle, and look of them all sequentially. And after you watch 20 of 30 demo reel, ask yourself, is your portfolio standing out compared to the other? Again, if the answer at this point is no, you might want to reevaluate your demo reel. You know, you might again think about doing a few other shots. You know, you might take inspiration of what other people are been doing. You know, maybe you saw some demo reel that really inspires you, and think about, hey, why this demo reel impressed me? It was because it was the camera movement, maybe the body mechanic were really original, some of the poses were really fun. You know, think about that and try to implement this in your next shot. So the first suggestion I want to give you now is think outside of the box and go the extra mile. If you remember, like back then, like 6 months ago, I did a video where I talked about my experience in Sony animation and how we used to push our pose through blend shape. Well, I'm pretty sure it happens to you guys when you're doing your animation and at some point you have this idea, this really cool pose that you want to do, but the rig that you're using is very limited. It doesn't allow you to do that. Maybe you want to do a jump and you want to have a really big stretch, or you want a nice arc with the limbs stretching and bending all over, but you cannot do that because your rig is very limited. So what you can do is actually spending the extra hour, doing that extra effort, use those blend shape to create exactly the pose that you want. And I'm telling you guys, a recruiter, an animation supervisor who has really good eyes is gonna notice this in your reel. It's gonna notice when you're thinking outside of the box, when you're pushing the rig, after certain limits. And it's gonna look at your reel and say, you know what, this guy's that not only has a really good body mechanics, sense of timing and sense of posing, but is willing to do the extra step to make his animation shine. And now we're gonna go to the final tip, which is, imagine now you have done all your homework, okay guys, you have a great portfolio, great animation, everything is there, and now you need to look for a job. So what usually people do, we go through internet, we look to the company website, we apply to the form, we put the demo reel, resume, write cover letters, put all the details, or maybe there are some website that they collect all job offers from all different companies, and you do the same things. But after a few months, you still don't get any response, even if your demo reel is really good. So I'm gonna share with you this personal experience that I have, and it happens exactly this one to me. So what I did, thanks to a suggestion of my friend, is I went through LinkedIn, I looked directly for the recruiter, and sent him a message, and I said, "Hello, Mr. Recruiter. I already applied to the website, but I want to make sure my demo reel didn't get lost. So I know you guys are looking for animator. Here you go. This is the link to my portfolio." And guess what? In 2 days, they replied to me, and I got the interview. And during the interview, I actually mentioned this. Hey guys, by the way, I already applied to your company 3 months ago. I didn't have any response. I have to look for the recruiter on LinkedIn and things like that. And they actually told me that sometimes it can happen that things get lost. Okay, so if you're not doing that, apparently not many people are doing this. So yes, look for the recruiter information on LinkedIn and contact him directly. Of course, one message is enough. If he doesn't reply, move to another company, apply to a different job. Okay, I hope all of this has been helpful, guys, and let me know if you appreciate this kind of video where I can share my experience with you, give you suggestions or tips to improve your skill, your career, and are a little bit different from the classic tutorial that I usually do. Write me in the comments and let me know. So see you next time. Ciao guys.